Hi folks, so we are live again, this time with some Elder Scrolls Online. Gonna check everything's working okay. Okay, that's looking good. Right, so last time on Elder Scrolls, we rescued the last Ayleid king. We rescued Vanus Galarian, the Great Mage, apparently. We helped break the Great Shackle. But we've now found out there's still more to do. We have to deal with something called the Planar Vortex, amongst other things, before we will have defeated Molag Bal's plans for the plane meld. So there's still more questing to be done. So we'll get into game and we'll get started. I do like that picture. I mean, Cold Harbour doesn't seem to be a very welcoming place, but it's a good picture. Right. Okay, let's see what he's got to say.
We have accomplished great things this day, my faithful friend.
We have. Is the Great Shackle destroyed?
Was there ever any doubt? Between your skills and my formidable magical prowess, the destruction of the Shackle was a foregone conclusion.
Uh-huh.
We aren't finished yet, however. Cadwell claims that we have more to do if we are to truly save Nirn.
Well, I would... Ooh. That's a nice staff. Flame staff.
I would love to explore this lost city, but apparently we still have much to do. This planar vortex that Cadwell describes concerns me greatly. Let's head inside and formulate a new plan to deal with this danger.
What are your thoughts on the current situation?
If what Cadwell says is true, our job isn't finished here. And I'm positive we got the Daedric Prince's attention at the Shackle. He won't be too happy about what we did to his toys. That means we need to hit him before he hits us.
What do you suggest?
I need to consult with my colleagues in the Mages Guild. We need to gather whatever information we can on this planar vortex. I hate going into a situation blind.
Anything I can do to help?
Let the mages inside know that I'll be joining them in a moment. I need to finish with Cadwell and the Groundskeeper first. I don't know about you, but I find them both to be more than a little, peculiar.
That they are. Cadwell, old boy, do you have anything to say?
I don't understand what you people see in this city. I mean, compared to the rest of Cold Harbour, it's a bloody rat hole.
Why didn't you mention this planar vortex before?
I'm not entirely sure. I suppose it slipped my mind. Besides, I thought everyone knew about the planar vortex. You can't take 5 steps in Cold Harbour without hearing someone screaming about it. Of course, those screams are rather unintelligible.
Pretend I never heard about it.
Oh, it's the planar vortex, the penultimate convergence, the plane meld between the worlds. I haven't been there myself, mind you, but Honor tells me it's a nasty place, all those horrible Nirn bits melting into the beautiful Cold Harbour scenery.
Can we stop that from happening?
It's already happening, my good chap, and the only access to the planar vortex is through the portal in Molag Bal's courtyard. Wait a moment. Are you thinking of assaulting the Lord of Scheme's labyrinth and going through the portal? Count me in!
Oh.
With Vanus and the Mage's Guild to aid you, you've gained a strong advantage in this fight.
Hopefully.
Do not underestimate the power of Vanus Galarian. He's accomplished many great things during his lifetime.
Okay. Right. Let's go tell these mages that Vanus is here. I'm sure they'll be thrilled.
I'm glad Vanus made it. I was afraid we lost the old braggart. Varnas and I go way back. I'm not sure we could continue this mission without him.
We all knew we'd be fighting for our lives and the lives of the people of Nirn when we agreed to undertake this mission. I know.
You must be the person who rescued all these people. We were part of Varnas Galerian's group before. Well, before everything fell apart. We appreciate everything you've done for us.
Is this all that made it back?
The 4 of us, yes. There were many more, but, well, you've seen it out there. Even our fabled leader was lost to the harsh plain of Cold Harbor. We're all that made it back.
I rescued Varnas. He wants to speak to you all.
What? You've got to be kidding. I saw him being torn away. There's no way they'd let him live. You must have him mixed up with someone. There just isn't any way.
I'm not. He'll be here shortly.
Ah, my old friend. I thought we'd lost you.
What? It can't be!
So good to see you all again, my friends. I'm glad we all made it here safely.
Varney, you're alive. That's wonderful.
Ah, dear Nalia, my heart fills with delight at the sight of you. Yes, I am safe.
Where have you been, old friend? Trying to win the war all by yourself again?
Well, yes, but I ran into a bit of trouble. Our friend here showed up and lent me a hand.
Well then, you have our thanks. I'm not sure we could have gone on without Varnish.
Cheer up, dear Nalia. I'm here now. But our mission isn't finished. We have to destroy the plain air vortex and end the plane meld.
Do you have a plan, old friend?
I know what we need to do. I'm just not sure how we go about doing it. We need to discuss this with the Fighters Guild. We need a council of war.
Okay. We go to talk to the Groundskeeper then.
Meet me in front of the cathedral when you are ready to launch the attack. Time is no longer on our side.
Okay, so actually we need to be where now? I'm here. Aha. So I'm talking to you in the wrong place. That explains it handily. Okay. Whoa, didn't quite mean to drop that far. Where are we at now? Okay, we've got to get up here. We've got to enter the city proper, right? Fair enough. Okay, now I could also do with sorted my inventory out. City's coming to life. Good to see. Looks like we go this way.
I was beginning to think this fight was hopeless. With the Great Shackle destroyed, we might just have a chance here.
As soon as I can take a break, there's so much I...
Right, so first things first, we want to repair all of our armors. Thank you very much. And there's a number of bits here we have no need of. Okay, so next order of business. There's a load of merchants, but now I need crafting stations. Just here. I want to deconstruct stuff I am not going to be using. So anything that's light armor, I'm not going to be using at all. Let me just check something. Okay, so on this build I want to be looking at setup 3. The chest is heavy, chest is heavy. So, can we research any traits? The chest we'd want divine. Okay, we could... Can't research anything there. Gloves. Gloves are for hands. Is divine. Okay, so all of our armor traits are supposed to try and be divine. According to this build. And we have nothing with that. So that's okay. So in that case we don't have to do any research unless there's stuff that I think might be worthwhile. Actually no, we don't want to do any research at all. That would be a mistake. Because each time you research something, it makes all subsequent research more expensive. Okay. Now we have the blacksmithing station. So, weaponry, they are suggesting sharpened infused, sharpened so infuse the bow and sharpen the axe. Okay, so battle axe. We could have powered. That's no good. Great sword we could have sharpened. We really need to do this properly. We really don't want to do any research. So Great Sword of Shock. Don't need that. Axe of Flame. Don't need that. Defender of the Valen Heart. Battle Axe. Okay, we do want to keep that. We don't therefore need that. Or that. Or that. That's nice for a potential future tank set. There we go. Now we have a Code of Memories. So that adds to our health. This adds to our health and increases critical resistance. It's part of a nice armor set. So we want to keep that. Are we at CP 160 for everything? Yeah, we are now. Okay. Okay. Alright, let me just get one of these. Right. So we want to swap our arms around because we want this armor. We don't need that anymore. Right. Clothing station. Right. Woodworking. Cool. Those. Oh, right. Okay, wait a second. I want infused, which is unknown on my bow. Don't have anything for it. Okay. So we don't want to do any research here. So we'll just go for deconstruction. Now, these are all flame staffs, are they not? That's quite nice. Tough choice. Yeah. We'll keep just that one from those. Half-Walker's shield is nice, but that's Magicka, which is not what I would need if I do a tank build. I'll need stamina, which Scordo Stalwart, although less stats, does give us. Right, so let's cover those. There's alchemy. Enchanting table, we should head over to there. No jewel crafting that I can see. So we're going to head over to the enchanting table.
Hello, City. But I don't think we should linger here too long.
Okay. There we go. Right. Okay, so we don't want anything that's not truly superb. And as far as weapons go, probably don't want any of these. No, we don't want. Now these, we don't want Magicka. Now, reduce spell cost. We don't want. Reduce thief costs. Okay, superb of health is potentially useful. And stamina glyphs is potentially useful. So what we're going to do is we're going to deconstruct those ones. That's to reduce a magic cost. That's reduce feat cost. Okay, we will keep those. Right. Okay, let's go and do the quest stuff. Here we go.
Ah, look around you. See how the people brighten the streets with their very presence. It is good to have this place inhabited once again.
Where did everyone come from?
Your actions have caused beneficial reactions. Those you saved found others on their way to the city. And the mages have opened stable portals to Nirn, bringing aid to Cold Harbor. The city thrives thanks to you.
Cool. Why was I summoned?
King Dinar and Varnus have begun to rally the troops. They have called for a council to meet here in the Hollow City. There are decisions to be made.
Okay.
Plans to draw up. The time for war fast approaches, and we need to be ready.
Makes sense. Sorry, just need to check on something in Nightbolt. I see. Okay. That's what you were trying to post. Right. Are there any others out there that need to be rescued?
I sense other lights trapped in the darkness. Their exact locations are hidden from me, but I can hear their desperate pleas for help. You must choose. Will you seek out more allies, or will you allow the War Council to begin?
Ah. Where are the king and Varnus?
You shall find the Ayleid king and the mage inside the cathedral. They await your arrival. Once you enter the cathedral,
Hello, Raz.
the preparations for the final assault to save Nirn will begin.
Well, the problem isn't so much that I just don't know where these people I could save are. I've got no quests. I'm doing okay, Raz. How are you? I hope you are well. Right, let's go get the waypoint. Ah, I can't go through that waypoint. Yeah, okay. Not too bad. Cool. Glad to hear it. Well, I'm sure there are other people out there I could try and save, but I've no idea where they are. So, I don't think they're going to get saved. I mean, unless there's anything might be worth checking down here and here. We've done most of the rest of it. Let's try that. Not very keen on leaving people stuck out there in Cold Harbour. Let's get ourselves a little marker up. So we'll put that there. We'll follow this road until we can turn off in that direction. Okay. So let's head for there now. And we'll see where we get to. Okay. Here, there's a crafting set somewhere around here. Font of schemes discovered. Okay, cool, we've got that. Ah, there's a way shrine here. Let's go get the way shrine. Oh, and there's a quest giver. Way shrine first, then quest giver. Right. Horrible place, Cold Harbour. Quest giver came up. They moved.
Sometimes the right thing and the wrong thing are the same thing.
Aha, there you are. Hello.
You have come to Haj Uzith in its most desperate hour.
What is this place?
Haj Uzith is a place out of time. An ancient Argonian settlement, plucked from the Black Marsh and deposited in the...
Will you please stop that, sir? Thank you very much, passerby.
You have come to Haj Uzith in its most desperate hour.
What is this place?
Haj Uzith is a place out of time. An ancient Argonian settlement, plucked from the Black Marsh and deposited into this dread realm. We know of your mission to Cold Harbor, and we would like to help. But unfortunately, my people are divided.
Divided about what?
Divided over the fate of our history. But tradition demands that you pass our trials and prove your worth before I reveal all of our secrets to you, outsider. Please, head down this path to the city. I will follow you.
I will go.
We will not aid the outsider while our factions continue to argue about the fate of our beloved history.
The outsider has come on Jinsaka, just as the history foretold. Perhaps now we can finally settle our disputes and do what is best for the Hist and for Nirn itself.
We shall see, Treeminder. We shall see.
Are you ready to help us, outsider? Will you undertake the trials?
Tell me about them.
There are 2 trials, each designed to prove your worth to one of the factions here in Haj Uzith. The Trial of Spirit and the Trial of Body. One shall test your intangible qualities, the other your physical virtues.
What's the Trial of Spirit?
The Trial of Spirit is a test to prove your worth to the scholars of Haj Uzith. It shall challenge your mind and determine your strength of spirit.
And what is the Trial of Body?
The Trial of Body is a test to prove your worth to Anjin Saka and his warrior faction. I'm sure it involves some kind of contest of strength and physical prowess.
And what do these tests determine?
By successfully completing the trials, you shall show your worth and skills to our factions. Then you may participate in the great debate that has fractured our community for so long. Are you ready to undertake these trials?
I'm ready.
Do you wish to start the Trial of Spirit?
Yes.
This trial determines if your spirit can understand the spirit of my people. We cherish courage, which helps us face this realm's horrors. Endurance, which allows us to bear its hardships. And preservation, which keeps our traditions alive.
Courage, endurance, and preservation. I understand.
Take these amulets and speak to the people on the South Pyramid. Give each amulet to the person that best represents its spiritual quality. For each correct match, you will receive a gem.
What are the gems for?
3 statues at the top of the pyramid represent the challenges our values must contend with. Place the gems in the correct statues to symbolize overcoming these challenges. Then meet me at the base of the pyramid when you have finished the trial.
Okay. That's fairly impressive. Courage, endurance, preservation.
I see the Trial of Spirit has begun. I am a go-between. I negotiate interactions between my people's 2 factions, as well as with the other inhabitants of Cold Harbor.
Okay, so you negotiate.
You must be here for the Trial of Spirit. Know that I am the Lord Master of Haj Uzith. I maintain the traditions and customs of my people.
I think you must be preservation.
Of course. And which am you? Thank you. My role here is to preserve and pass on the traditions of my people so that each generation never forgets where we came from. Take this gem of preservation. You will need it when you go to the pyramid's upper level.
Sorry, Raz, you said say what? Is that a particular question, or are you just confused as to what the NPCs were saying?
I have little time to waste. Are you here for the Trial of Spirit? Then know that I am but a humble farmer dealing with whatever this strange land throws at me so that I can provide food for my people.
Then your endurance.
One of Zohaniel's necklaces, I assume. And which, thank you. I deal with the hardships of coaxing food from this foul land.
That's alright,
Without my
Raz.
dedication, who knows what my people would be eating. Please, take this gem of endurance. You'll need it when you go to the top of the pyramid.
Cool. So, by a process of elimination, you are courage.
And which of so? Thank you. I need to be brave and resolute to negotiate not only with my own people, but with the sad and dangerous creatures that roam this twisted plane. Here, take this gem of courage. You will need it when you reach the top of the pyramid.
Okay, so we gave the right gems to the right people. So, let's go to the top and hopefully put the gems into the right statues. Statue of the Unknown, Statue of Time, Statue of Life. Not really sure there what we're going to what. So there was a book that was glowing over here. Okay.
When you have collected 3 gems,
Right. Let's see if any of the texts around here that we can read give us other. Courage as deals those who will not always agree with our point of view. Ah, so this would have told us more. And to, it does. And to face the unknown. So courage is the unknown statue. Endurance allows us to withstand the hardship and difficulties of this harsh barren land. We have to survive. And preservation allows us to remember our past so much. Remind us of who and what we were. Okay. So I remember that one of the statues was unknown, so that would be courage, and another one was time, so that's probably preservation. Place a gem in a statue, place the gem in courage. This is the statue of time. We're going to put preservation. And that leaves endurance. Cool! First time! Yay, a law book! More of them, please. Okay, we have passed the trial of spirit.
The outsider returns. And was your trial of spirit successful?
Yes, I successfully completed it.
Good. That means you understand the spirit of my people.
What should I do now?
You must still complete the trial of body. Speak to Anjin Saka when you are ready to begin.
Will you answer some questions now?
You have proven yourself, as I knew you would. I shall answer what I can.
How did you get here?
The time of the great Argonian civilization was coming to an end, and our history feared what that would mean for its children. When Molag Bal offered a different solution, the history gladly accepted.
And what did Molag Bal get out of it?
We allow Molag Bal's minions to draw sap from the Hist tree. The only thing sustaining the Hist in this foul land is the crystal that Molag Bal gave us. But over time, the crystal has poisoned the Hist. It is dying.
Tell me more about the history.
Our Hist cares for us, protects us. To preserve our culture, our history struck a bargain with Molag Bal. Now the crystal provided by the Lord of Brutality somehow keeps the Hist alive. But it cannot fully heal the poison in this soil.
What is this crystal?
We believe that the crystal is one of Molag Bal's vampiric shards. Foul relics that corrupt whatever they come in contact with. The crystal only prolongs the suffering of the Hist. No matter the cost, that suffering needs to end.
And you mentioned help settling the debate. Hello, Gina G Gaming. Welcome on in.
Yes, provided you prove yourself
hello.
to both sides. Our two factions argue over the ultimate fate of the Hist tree.
Ooh.
Which is the better outcome? Eternal death or eternal suffering? And then, of course, there is your mission to this dread realm.
Hi, it's going okay. We are approaching the end of the original main quest line in Elder Scrolls Online, but we're still a little ways off, and there's several expansions to do. So yeah, so welcome on in, everybody. So do they? What do you know of my mission?
We know that you have come to this realm with the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild. We know that you seek to stop the plane meld that Molag Bal has orchestrated. We want to help
Rabaroni?
but we can't.
Apologies if I mangled that. Hello. You can't while people disagree. So what were you playing, Gina G? What fun were you having?
The scholars, of which I am a part, believe that eternal death is better than the eternal suffering our Hist now endures.
Indeed.
The warriors, led by Anjin Saka, feel quite the opposite. Existence, they feel, any existence, is better than oblivion.
Fortnite's not a game I've played, but I played a little Sea of Thieves. I need to get back into that. How is Sea of Thieves these days? Can't the Hist tell you what it wants?
If only it were that simple. Our Hist is weak, barely sustained by the crystal that feeds it. It hasn't spoken to us in a long, long time. But I have had dreams. They revealed your imminent arrival and hinted at your involvement in our debate.
I do, Raz. I do. We will have to see if that can be arranged. Right. So we know a bit more about what's going on here. These people are potential allies. Twitch just died on you. Oh no. Oh, runestone, nice. Well, good to see you back. So yes, we're in a lovely place called Cold Harbour, which is the realm of the Daedric Prince. And what we ultimately seek to do is to stop him drawing the whole world into this place. He's below, is he? Oh, okay. Are you over here? Yes, there you are. I am fine, thank you.
You have completed the trial of spirit. Are you ready to undertake the trial of body now?
I am.
Know that our arrangement with Molag Bal prohibits us from interfering with the Dremora who collect sap from the Hist. You, however, are under no such obligation.
Ooh, you want me to stab them in the back for you? What does this have to do with the trial of body?
It has everything to do with the trial. It is the trial. Beneath the North Pyramid, Dremora gather sap from the Hist into great vats. They use treated wood to heat the sap and refine it, drawing forth its magical essence.
And what do you want me to do?
Demonstrate your strength and physical prowess. Destroy the vats and disrupt their operations. If you add more treated wood to the fires, the sap will burn, and the vats will melt in the intense heat. Complete this task, and then return to me.
Okay. You wish to betray Molag Bal. Fair enough. Risky. Last person who tried that in this story is sentenced to an eternity of torment. Just grab this. Right. I think we just want to check that we're ready. Okay, we need some food. We haven't got any food bonuses. Thank you. Right, let's go pick a fight. So I've got a bow and a great sword, and the great sword does extra damage to Daedra. So the Daedra in here are gonna love me. Yep, from this point forward, everything is hostile. So we kill all of them. Oh, and if you're unfamiliar with ESO classes, I'm a necromancer. Hence the whole summoning a skeleton thing. Here. Okay, this is where it starts to get a bit more interesting. We'll start with you. Looks like there's another one. They're going to join in. I have to collect the treated wood and overheat the sap. Okay. I also get a snazzy side being a necromancer. Cool. So I need to get more wood. Oh no, I've got as much wood as I need. I just need to... Cool. Hi. What are you doing going up there? Okay, maybe you're not so stupid. Oh, where did you two come from? 3, in fact. Hi. Why don't you take a nap? Right. Okay, we've got one more to do there. Now we've got a couple more to do. Summon the skeleton, poison arrows. Siphon. And one of my abilities gives me a damage shield and the other one gives me a heal. End result, I can mow these down all day. Exit the facility. My exit is that way, is it? Cool! More tomorrow to kill. Just let my stamina rebuild a moment. I think that should be good enough. Oh, we've done their dirty work for them. Still Necromane,
the
yeah.
outsider has returned.
I overheated the sap vats and completed the trial of body.
Well done, outsider. That should give the Hist time to heal while the Dremora rebuild the refining vats.
What does Molag Bal do with the Hist sap?
Nothing good, that's for sure. He covets the magical essence of the Hist sap and refines it into potions and elixirs, whose purpose we can only guess at. It's a perversion, but it is one we must endure.
Well, I've completed both of your trials.
Then the time has come to choose. Do you agree that life, no matter the hardships, is sacred? Or do you side with the scholars, who would rather end the suffering and let our history die?
What happens if I agree to support the warriors?
If you settle the debate in the warriors' favor, then the history continues to live, and our civilization shall endure, just as it always has in this harsh land. Plus, my warriors shall stand at your side in your final battle against Molag Bal.
Remind me what the warriors believe?
The warriors believe that the history must survive, no matter the torments it is forced to suffer. The crystal must continue to sustain it, to keep the spark of life flickering despite the endless pain. Life is precious. The Hist must endure.
I'm going to talk to this scholar.
If you must, I shall wait here for your return.
Okay.
You have completed our trials, outsider. Now we ask you to settle our long debate. Will you side with the scholars or with the warriors?
Remind me what the scholars believe.
The scholars believe that the history cannot continue as Molag Bal's slave. It withers away, but the crystal will not let it die. This cruel existence, this terrible suffering, it must come to an end. Oblivion is preferable to eternal torment.
I'm going to say that I agree with the scholars. As long as if the history dies, they're released from their oath to Molag Bal, maybe they can leave this place. It means we won't have the warriors in the final battle though. But we know we're not going to defeat Molag Bal. You cannot kill a Daedric prince, certainly not on his own plane. We just want to stop the plane melt. So I agree with the scholars.
This outcome, while sad, is for the best. We shall give you a boon to help you in your struggle. Without the vampiric shard, the Hist will pass on naturally. But first, you need to convince Anjin Saka to accept your decision.
Oh, wonderful.
Have you made a decision, outsider?
I agree with the scholars. The history suffering must end.
I see. But our traditions allow a choice, any choice, to be challenged. You must defend your decision by defeating our champion in combat. If you cannot uphold your conviction through battle, then how can you expect us to honor your decision?
If that's what I need to do to convince you, I accept your challenge. I could intimidate, but that would sour the relations, and I don't want to do that.
Then go to the challenge grounds and face our champion. But know this. Our champion fights to preserve a sacred life. You cannot hope to overcome the strength of his conviction.
I just have to overcome his body. And I'm rather good at that.
fight for the warriors. The history must endure.
Yeah, okay. Let's do this then, shall we? Should have understood who you were fighting. Oh well. Okay. Poor tree.
The time has come to end the suffering. I pray that the cursed shard crumbles at your touch. The cursed shard has been destroyed. Currents of happiness and grief flow through the river this day.
Your long debate has been decided.
Thank you, outsider. Because of you, the history's eternal suffering and enslavement shall finally come to an end. We shall mourn the Hist, but we shall also find solace now that its pain and torment is over. When you need us, we shall be there.
Sad. Right. So that's what was down there. I've no idea what might be down here. I don't think there is anything. That was the laboratory, wasn't it? Let's check. Okay, no quest markers. Grab this. The ever full flagon. Oh, there is a quest giver. Okay. Well, no. Right. Soul Shriver. Interesting. Corpse clutches a note. I read the note. Discover the terrible secret of the ever-full flagon. I have to read the note. Okay. It'll be a quest item. No, it's not. Oh, right, we'll just have to examine the body again. Writing these words instead of talking to you in person is an act of a weak man, a coward. What I shall do after I finish this letter is even more cowardly. I'm giving up. I'm leaving the ever-full flagon. I fought the pull of the strange enchantment as much as I could, and when I was sober I worked to discover a cure, or at least the source of our terrible affliction. I wanted to defeat this thing, to see your eyes brighten and your mind clear once and for all. My heart aches for you, watching you struggle, watching you fight the allure of the mead as I read and researched. We may be close to solving this, but I can't go on. It's a weariness of spirit. It is just a weakness. Is it a weariness of spirit? Is it just a weakness, a character flaw that I can't overcome? I don't know the answer. I only know that I want to run, to try to get free of this place and its insidious spell. I do this knowing that I am leaving you alone, that my soul is lost. Always remember, dear one, that you are forever in my heart. Remember our love and find a way to make your own escape from the tavern. And please try to forgive me if you can. Okay, we will talk to the patrons, but we aren't drinking anything.
A new face. That's a rare occurrence. Welcome to the ever-full flagon, friend.
Did you know Gamith? I found his body in a love letter he wrote.
The ever-full flagon has the finest mead. Don't drink the mead. Gamith is dead. He was my daughter Nelhilda's mate, her true love. I suspect the contents of that letter will break her heart, if she's sober.
What did you say about the mead?
You must try our special blend. Do you like to celebrate? Everyone here is always celebrating something. Nelhilda and Gamith were working to find a way to end this madness. Go upstairs and talk to Nelhilda. She has a plan.
I will.
Yes, indeed. Everything is fine here at the flagon. Plenty of mead, plenty of happy Nords.
Ask you some more questions.
Can you have another mead? Of course you can. Very well. Ask what you will, but be quick about it. We don't want to attract any undue attention.
Why are you talking like that?
I'm trying not to arouse any suspicion. The Thane is always watching, listening. We must put on a good show. The celebrating has been going on for a long, long time. Who would have thought that an endless supply of mead could become such a curse?
Does anyone ever leave the tavern?
The mead's in here, so no, not many. Besides, those creatures out there aren't very friendly, and some of them were once our friends and neighbors. One day, though, Gamith had had enough. Even his love for my daughter couldn't keep him here.
I'm not sure I understand what's going on.
Haven't you ever seen the results of a Daedric bargain before?
Oh dear.
Now please, go upstairs and talk to my daughter Nelhilda. She has a plan to save us all. And with your help, maybe this time it will even succeed.
Interesting.
You're not one of the regulars here at the flagon.
Father sent me to help you.
I can do this. I can resist the mead for my Gamith. Father sent you. Good. I can use the help. The mead is enchanted. It muddles our minds and clouds our memories. But I may have found a way to purify the mead and stop the cravings it inspires.
What can I do?
I need a rare magical flower, Kind's Tear, to make a potion. Unfortunately, the flowers are invisible. You need a Kind runestone to see them. There may be a runestone at the nearby abandoned shrine.
Found this letter, I think it's for
I
you.
knew Gamurth was gone, but this makes it so much more final. He worked so tirelessly to find a way to end this enchantment. I'm determined to finish what we started.
Why are you all here in Cold Harbor?
Gamurth believed it had something to do with a Daedric prince and a bad bargain. If that's true, we never figured out who struck the deal. All I'm certain of is that the mead is delicious, and it never runs out, and drinking it has cost us our souls.
You just stay within the tavern?
Yes. We stay inside and drink. We have no souls. We were afraid to die in this god-forsaken place. Nords without souls aren't welcome in Sovngarde, you know. The Thane does what he can to keep us happy, usually by opening another cask of mead.
You have no souls.
Not a one in the whole place. Some of us shrivel up and turn into the creatures outside. Others run off to die, like my Gamurth did. The rest of us drink. I abstain from the mead for a while, try to remember the old days. Then the craving returns.
You and your father seem less drunk than the others.
I've been fighting the craving, trying to find a way to break the spell. I want to save my father and the villagers if I can. As for my father, he was always a strong man. The mead never seemed to affect him the way it got to the rest of us.
How do I find Kind's Tears? It's the shrine, isn't it?
The flowers grow around the trees near the lake, but they only reveal themselves to someone who carries a runestone of Kind. There's a deserted shrine to Kind not far from here. You should be able to...
Cool. Let's go with that then, shall we? See how our weapons charge is doing. We need to enchant. We don't want to do that. Sorry, we don't want to enchant, we want to charge. Okay. We don't want to fight every little thing if we don't have to. Interesting. How's my skills doing? Brave Lord 50, Bone Turret 50, that's 43. 50, yeah, that's 50. Let's deal with this one with the bow, shall we? Okay, the water stops it. Feather game. We're going to need to get in close, we're going to need our damage shield and heals. Okay. Shrine of kind discovered. So we have the location of the shrine. Ooh, what's this? Black Forge? Ah, law book. Thank you. Okay, we'll take this. Come on then. So much for you. Okay, so the spider Daedra don't drop what we're looking for. Which kind of does make sense. Okay, when we get close to it, we should get a marker over it. Oh, wait a sec. Here we go. The Spinner of Lies. Charge! Thank you. We'll be taking this now. That's no good to me. Bit of light looting as well. Right, look by old tree. So I presume these things would have been here when this was on Nern. Before someone struck a stupid bargain. Okay, yeah. Quite a wide area it can be in. We need to gather Kind's tears. Trees. Aha! There we go. Well, that's an old tree. Here's another one. Oh, that's taking me out of the area. Okay. What about you, Rob? Not one there. Okay then, we go more this way. That looks like a nice big old tree, doesn't it? And indeed we are rewarded. As does that. Do love reverse slice. There we go, over there. Okay. Okay, so you made short work of a Daedra there. Sometimes I do a bit too much overkill. Sometimes it isn't necessary to hit them with everything I've got.
You came back. I was afraid I'd imagined our earlier discussion. My mind plays tricks on me. Especially when the craving gets really bad.
I found the flowers.
I wasn't sure any of the flowers survived the trip here. Cold Harbor is a dead place, and Kyne is concerned with living things. If you found the flowers, maybe she hasn't abandoned us. I'll make the purifying potion now. I hope I remember the recipe correctly. It's been so long since I tried to do anything more complicated than downing a mug of mead in one gulp. One more thing. There. That should do it. Take the potion and pour it into the 3 casks. I need some mead.
Okay. Hi. Let me help you all out here.
My Nelhilda would thank you if she could. Oh, this is all my fault. I was just trying to save my failing business. Now look at us. These people used to respect me. I used to help them.
What happened?
I made a bargain, but I was tricked. I realized too late that the mage who promised to help me was likely a Daedric prince. After that, the flagon slipped into Cold Harbor and we've been trapped here ever since.
Your daughter is trying to end the enchantment.
It used to be me that people turned to for help. When Hout showed promise, I bought him a lute. When Freedy won a contest, I gave her dueling daggers. Nelhilda has gotten things rolling with your help. I want to help her, help my friends.
What do you want me to do?
Hout and Freedy were admired in our village. If the enchantment is wearing off, they'll help me rally the others. It would help if Hout had his lute and Freedy had her silver daggers. We can continue what Nelhilda has begun.
I'll see what I can
Talk
do.
to Hout and Freedy. Perhaps they remember where they hid the lute and daggers.
I used to sing for thanes and kings. I danced around and had many fine things. How about that? I made a rhyme. I've still got it.
Do you remember the last place you played your lute?
You're a curious one. I imagine the Thane is keeping his eye on you. You want me to reveal a secret, huh? Secrets are a bard's trade, after all.
Okay.
There should be a price. I know. A contest. A duel of words. If you win, amazing secrets will be told.
Alright, what are the rules?
I say something witty and clever about you, and then you respond in kind. I'll start. Whither goes that Guar? Did it escape from Vardenfell? Or is it your sister?
That Guar was your wife.
Excellent retort. Speaking of retort, your honor is so old, even an Akaviri wouldn't wear it.
This isn't my armor, it belongs to your wife.
Oh, well played.
That's terrible.
If I had my lute, I would sing of your prowess. It's gone, though. I last played it for Juvilda. I struck a heroic pose like the statue of Iskramor near her house. Sang my heart out. I used to be quite good, you know.
I'll take one if you're buying.
Okay, and where's this other person? There you are.
You look familiar. Were we flirting just a little while ago?
Bernd said you lost a set of dueling daggers.
I am a dangerous woman. Even without my silver daggers, I could flay you. If you think you can threaten me, drink again. Think again. If you want my daggers, you'll have to duel me for them.
I just want to return your daggers.
I'm too drunk. Did I ever tell you I once had a pair of silver dueling daggers? Given to me by... Who gave them to me? I should remember. He was such a nice man. I was brave and fast with my knives. You should have seen me duel.
Try to remember what happened to the daggers.
You'll find them? Aren't you sweet? Let me think. I remember the Thane said it was too dangerous to drink and duel. He said I should destroy them, but I couldn't do it. So I hid them near the old mill. Please don't tell the Thane.
Okay. Well, that seems to be the direction to the old mill. You can take a nap. Right. How do we get in there then? Here we go. There's the loot. There's somewhere around here. Sure we end up facing the Thane at the end of this. Right. Let's not just wander into things.
You knocked down an old man.
I've had just about enough of this.
I think everyone needs a drink. How about some more mead? We don't want any more mead. Get out of here. Your souls are mine. You may as well drink up and accept your fate.
Shush, Bones. We've been deceived.
I want to hear you beg, or I'll cut off the supply of special blend. Let it go. What just happened here?
Did you see? The villagers. They're starting to remember. The Thane threatened my daughter and I actually stood up to him. Of course, he knocked me down, but still. We're returning to our old selves.
I found the loot and the dueling
I'll
daggers.
return these to Hreidi and Hout. Ask them to help keep people's spirits up. During my confrontation with the Thane, he said he holds our souls. He laughed at me, said how amusing it was to see me agonize over my friends as they waste away.
Where would he keep your souls?
I think he keeps the souls nearby. He always comes and goes as he pleases. If you could destroy the Thane, our souls might return to us. Then we could leave this place. I think his lair is in one of the nice houses near the old well.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course, my friend. I'll answer whatever I can.
You know who the Thane is?
I realize now that he's likely the Daedric prince who offered me this deal. Or maybe his minion. Yes, that seems more likely. You must believe me, I thought this was between him and me. I never meant to hurt my friends in order to save the flagon.
Will you tell the villagers how this happened?
I'm not sure. I've kept this secret for so long, watching my friends waste away and give up hope. They'd hate me for what I've done. And rightfully so. And Nelhilda, she would never forgive me.
What happens after you get your souls back?
I've heard whispers of a nearby city.
Yes.
They say it's a safe haven. I'll try to convince everyone to travel there with me. Even if we can't return to our world, I would feel better knowing that Nelhilda and the others were safe.
Okay. Right. Let's go kill the Thane. Yeah, this does seem to be the right direction. Ooh, Sky Shot. Nice. We'll be taking that. Somewhere around here is the Thane's lair. Hello. short work of you. Let's get out of here before he repops. Looking a bit quieter.
I wish I could remember how we got here.
I don't know what you did, but something changed. Everyone can feel it.
I defeated the Fane and freed your souls.
And the curse is broken at last.
Didn't you tell the villagers what really happened?
They'll hate me if they find out I caused the curse. Oh, we've lost so much. I need to make amends. But what would the truth bring us except more pain? My Nelhilda mourns for her beloved Gamurth. I need to find a way to help her.
Doesn't your daughter deserve the truth?
Maybe you're right. Nelhilda struggled to find the enchantment and she lost her beloved Gamurth. She deserves my honesty. I hope she can forgive me. Nelhilda, please, come here.
What is it, Father?
I need to get this off my chest. I made the deal that doomed us. I made the bargain with the Daedric Prince.
Father! Why would you do such a thing? I lost my love to this cursed place because you weren't selling enough mead? How can I ever forgive you for this? I never want to see you again!
Nelhilda was the only thing that kept me sane in this dread place. What will I do now?
Oh dear.
I beg of you, daughter, try to forgive me. What I did was a foolish mistake. I never imagined anyone else would be at risk.
I don't know what to do. I'm so angry at him. And yet, my father is all I have left. Look what my father's selfishness has cost us. How could he have been so foolish?
You think you can forgive him?
That's asking a lot of me. My father always seemed more aware. I sometimes wondered if he knew more than he let on. But to have caused all of this suffering? My poor Gamurth.
You need to forgive him. He's the only family you have left.
I know. I keep thinking about how kind he could be, always helping others. He did something terribly foolish, but I know he is not a bad man. I'll try to forgive him, but I do wish we could leave this place.
The Hollow City is safe. You should go there.
We will go to the Hollow City. Some of the villagers may decide to stay here, where it's familiar, but that will be their choice. I grieve for the lost, but it's not in a Nord's nature to just give up. Thank you for helping us. I think I can forgive you, Father, though it may take time. For now, it's best if we leave this place.
Oh, my dear girl. I will do everything in my power to make this up to you and to the others.
Listen, everyone. We're going to the Hollow City. Join us! We're Nords, and we can handle whatever Cold Harbor throws our way! Come, Father. We need to make plans to travel to the Hollow City.
I need to practice my dueling technique. I hope it comes back to me. I used to be quite good.
I used to be able to handle my mead. I feel so embarrassed.
Right. Now, as near as I can tell, we've probably done what we can. So yes, time to enter the chapel.
You saw Queen Irene step out of the orrery? What a wondrous thing.
Now, do you say anything different?
If you want to make any final preparations or rescue any...
Right, let's go in. Now we must attend the Council of War.
Welcome, friend. We need to discuss the preparations for the coming assault, but I wanted to wait until you arrived. Do you have any questions before we begin?
Do we really need to attack Molag Bal?
We need to end the plane meld before Nirn is destroyed. To do that, we must deal with the planar vortex. To reach the vortex, we need to cross the chasm and get through whatever defenses the Dark Lord throws at us. I fear battle is inevitable.
Alright, let's start the council.
Well said, friend. Please, hold your questions until everyone who wants to has had an opportunity to speak. After that, we can debate the details as you see fit. Attention, please. I have called you all here because the moment of destiny fast approaches. The Great Shackle has been destroyed, but not before a planar vortex was established. We must destroy this
No
vortex
problem at all, Raz. I appreciate you lurking.
the very essences
Don't worry.
of Nirn into Cold Harbor. The Fighters Guild shall deal with the chasm's defenders. But blades have little power against magic.
And that's where my mages come in. Our scouts report that some kind of magical fixtures block access to the path across the chasm. Mages there already work on a way to overcome these fixtures, and we are prepared to lend our strength when the main force arrives.
A sound plan. Plays to our unique strengths. But this one wonders, what if the mages can't overcome Molag Bal's magic?
What a ridiculous question! Of course my mages can overcome this magic.
Ah, magic, the solution to all life.
Bought the game you recommended, by the way. I forgot to say. Oh, cool. Beautiful Desolation.
I have absolute confidence in Vanus and his mages.
Thank you, your lordship. But to be honest with you, I'm not feeling as confident as Vanus about
Cool.
this.
I hope you enjoy it as much as I'm enjoying it.
All our strength. There is no other option. Lives will be lost, but hopefully a world will be saved. Know that the Chasm is only the first stage of this battle. The planar vortex abides within the very heart of Molag Bal's lair.
Oh, this just gets better and better.
Darian, mind your tongue.
Darian only seeks to lighten a tense situation. Still, we have to try. To do
You
nothing.
need to spend some time
is
with
to
it, but looks good from what I've seen.
Tamriel
Cool.
To certain destruction.
Well, when you put it that way, there are a lot of lovely ladies that need to be saved.
Yes. Well, be that as it may, we launch our assault on the chasm immediately. The king needs to talk to the champion, and I must discuss some final details with the mages. The rest of you have your own preparations to see to, I'm sure.
Cool.
It is settled. We shall cross the chasm and make our way to the planar vortex at the heart of Molag Bal's realm. Now that you know the plan, I have a special request to make of you.
I'm listening.
This mission needs a leader. I want you to lead the assault across the chasm. We have asked so much of you, and you have already accomplished the impossible. But you are one of a very small few that I would trust with this task. I knew we could count on you. You have never disappointed me. But there is so much left to do if we are going to win this war. Still, with you leading the charge, we have an excellent chance to end the plane meld and save our world. With the combined forces of the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild, we must take the battle to Molag Bal and reach the portal to the planar vortex. It all starts at the chasm. Scouts are already in place, gathering information ahead of your arrival. It is a narrow, well-defended span of rock, swarming with Daedra and dominated by a gatehouse that blocks the way into Molag Bal's personal domain. Cadwell knows the region. He's a strange fellow, but I trust him. He's waiting for you at the chasm.
I'll find Cadwell and we will cross the chasm. Right, cool. So I got an amulet. Aliad's Hope, part of the Myriad's Blessed Armor set. Ah. Stamina. This would drop. Does drop my maximum stamina. Okay. Right.
Well, this has my knickers in a twist. We have a perfectly fine army, but what good is it sitting around this side of the chasm, twiddling its collective thumbs? It's rather embarrassing, if truth be told.
What's the situation?
The situation? We're well and truly flummoxed. Before we could cross the chasm, before we could confront Molog Grunda, we were stopped by a few irksome focus stones. The wee ginger mage says we need to break the stones, but good luck with that.
Break the stones? Sounds easy. What's the problem?
Nothing other than the multitude of Dremora sitting on top of them. I could handle this myself, but I didn't want to make the rest of the troops sad by showing off my awesome battle skills. But you, on the other hand, they're used to that from you.
Okay. As you find out in elsewhere, Cadwell is actually quite a tough bastard. The Chasm Way Shrine looks a little different from others. Destroy the focus stones. Glad. That's two of them. Fortunately, there's plenty of folks out here doing this. Right, last focus stone.
Darian has rushed on ahead as usual. I shall proceed with caution and see if I can keep him focused on the task at hand.
Good show! The portal belongs to us now. Sir Darian and that lovely lizard have gone on ahead. I think he might be a bit intimidated by our prowess on the field of battle, and he's trying to compensate.
Any idea what I should expect up there?
Gunda's a cheeky one, and she knows we're getting close. She's summoning reinforcements faster than Darian can kill them. You'd best get to it.
I need to ask you something else.
Do you want to know how many Daedra can dance on the head of a pin? How I managed to stay so cheerful even in the most perilous of circumstances? What's my favorite color? Ask away.
What can you tell me about Molog Grunda?
Molog Grunda, a large woman with wings, bit of a temper, guards the gatehouse. I hear that she's the daughter of Molog Ball, if you can believe that. He never struck me as a family man, but who am I to judge?
Why do you know so much about Cold Harbor?
It's my home, old chum. Has been for years. I know every wondrous nook and cranny. Beautiful place, full of fascinating creatures. Of course, they often try to kill you, but that's the challenge of it, isn't it?
Okay, I'm ready. We'll talk to the Chasm's second tier.
Lenthis, Dethys, you two guard the portal. Tell anyone coming through to push ahead. The source of the reinforcements must be cut. I'll scout on ahead. We need to know what we're going to face at that gatehouse.
Can we get up here? No, it don't look like we can get up that way. Yeah, that looks more like it.
Watch and learn, my friend. Watch and learn. Let me show you how to close a Daedric portal. One Daedric portal closed, as promised. Now that's how to do it with style.
Egypt.
These creatures do not frighten me. Let us close this portal.
Cool.
The portal is closed. We make a most effective team, my friend.
Why is that?
These creatures do not frighten me. Let us close this portal. The portal is closed. We make a most effective team, my friend.
It's bugged. Nope, there it is.
I think our friends have the chasm well in hand. What say we pop in for a chat with Moloch Grunder?
I'm ready when you are.
Right, we control the rest of the chasm now, and the troops have matters well in hand. Let's go and have a sit down with Moloch Grunder. She's always good for a laugh and a song.
What can we expect in there?
From Grunder? Rudeness, hostility, sarcasm, and most certainly a large amount of open hostility. I've no idea how she keeps house, but I imagine we'll find the usual Daedric touches that make Cold Harbor feel so warm and inviting.
Okay.
I can't wait to see Molar Grunder's face when she sees us. She and I go way back, you know. Once we get inside, we cross one little bridge to reach the gatehouse. Follow.
Little. Yeah. Nice ambiance.
There's a trick to getting into the gatehouse proper, but for the life of me, I can't remember what it is. Not to worry, though. I'm sure it will come back to me.
Okay, Cadwell.
Of course, I remember now. There's a flywheel in each of the side antechambers. We need to start them spinning to open the main door. It's all coming back to me. There's a lever across the chamber. Just give it a good tug, and that flywheel will be spinning in no time.
I need healing!
Aid me!
Alright, let's take these out. Yikes. And now we do the same for the south. Oh, I see. Right.
What an impressive door. Look at that craftsmanship. Remarkable. Grunder always had good taste, I have to say. See, I knew that would work. A word of advice. Guard your pluckables. Grunder enjoys plucking out eyes, spleens, anything pluckable, really.
Okay.
You wingless mortal fools! I'll feast on your flesh after my little pet rips it from your bones! To my father on a silver platter!
Disappointing. Hardly worked up a sweat.
Well done! With Molag Grunda defeated, the entirety of the chasm is now under our control! Gathwin is rounding up the troops. I asked her to keep an eye on Darien as well. He's a terror with the sword, but sometimes I think he takes too many chances.
Right.
While you were lollygagging, we secured the area.
So the chasm is clear.
You did well, my friend. Thanks to your efforts, we control the chasm and can freely move troops between the Hollow City and the front lines. Take a moment to collect your thoughts, then come see me again. This gauntlet we must run is far from over. As soon as you're ready, we have another mission that could use your unique approach. Vampires! Why did it have to be vampires?
I see. So I would say here, here, and then here. Yikes. Okay, we're going to bring it to a close there, I think, today. Thank you very much for watching. I will be on again Saturday 4 PM GMT with some Elite Dangerous, and Sunday 2 PM GMT with Elder Scrolls Online, where we will be carrying on with this and trying to find our way through this orchard. of Molag Bals. So thank you very much, and I'm just going to bring things to a close there. So I will hopefully see you folks again. Bye for now.